Yeah, making great strives.
Yeah, look at top 4 winner sides, 2 Frenchies. That's a huge performance. The one Frenchie in loser side made it all the way to grand finals. Look at this warpath.
Yeah, this is quite the squad that has been racking up. But only now 2 competitors left, and eventually, of course, one of them already had some plays on the stream, whereas now Zemmol returning now from his winner's seat this time, ready to go for it, ready to take it under his name, or still gonna put a challenge perhaps to Oryon to put it into a true grand finals.
True grand finale. Wolf. I mean, I'm assuming Wolf. Okay, so I'm gonna say something. This is weird,
Sure,
okay?
throw it up. What's up?
Wolf Bowser seems really annoying for Wolf.
Yeah.
But Wolf can do it. That said, Bowser Seth, he's awful for Bowser. It's not a fun matchup.
No.
And Oryon does have a Sephiroth.
And it's warmed up, right?
And it's warmed up. I'm curious to see what Zemmol's going to go. It is just going to be the Cloud, a tried and true. Cloud has been on a roll today. Guys, let's get excited. We're in grand finals here in the Netherlands, here at center stage, here with Oryon representing France and Zemmol, the final remaining bastion for Team Netherlands. Let's see how this goes. Nice damage already coming up, but as we see this every single game, right?
Yep.
Smash Ultimate has been so optimized. The first 0 to 70%, it doesn't really exist. It happens in the blink of an eye, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Big situation, the limit Blade Beam is going to miss, and now Oryon has time to strike back, and look at how hard he strikes. This is exactly what he did to Azrael, and this is exactly how he won that game. Look at that weak Nair off stage, and stayed out for so long.
Yeah, taking a page out of his own book. I mean, this is looking like a fantastic start here for Oryon in this grand finals, but like we also want to know what is the answer this time for Zemmol around to make it favorable on his side. And there is some pressure on the shoot on the platform, but this time not grabbing onto it and still maintaining this lead, getting some distance out of the aerial pressures that he wants to throw this way, because it can be a deadly one. And there we go.
Yep, just finds a backer. You know how it is, it's Cloud. It's going to happen eventually. And the reflect on the limit Blade Beam. Wow, Oryon had that reflector up before Zemmol even thought about Blade Beaming.
Yeah, already putting a deep, deep seed somewhere in the memory, and eventually there activates it for a great opening for that second stock around. Whereas now the momentum will be changing so much. Get the down tilt, fall through. And I think the thing that I respect so much about Oryon is just the clean paths that he takes with his approaches, right? Like you also said, having the balance between the offense and the defense is looking so clean. It looks easy, but whenever you start playing, it's so difficult to maintain.
It's hard to be non-linear with Wolf.
Yep.
It's hard to be non-linear with Wolf. But the same goes for Cloud, right?
Absolutely.
That aside, what a game.
What a game.
What a game. It was an absolute stomp. Oryon fighting that early game after actually kind of getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Dodged the
you
Blade
can say that.
Beam, and then said, okay, it's my turn now. You used your turn, and you could not kill me. I will make you regret this for the rest of the set. And I mean, that's what he did, right? Just pushed so far. And this is what we talked about earlier when I said Cloud Wolf is just a little bit awkward. I don't think it's that bad for Cloud. I actually think it's pretty even, all things considered.
Okay.
But that offstage play, that weak Nair, Wolf is really good at pushing Cloud off stage. We saw that with the dash attack, with the forward smash, and then finally in there, Wolf just pushes you to the side. He's not a very vertical character, a very horizontal character. Cloud hates that. Cloud hates that. And that's exactly what we saw right there. Let's see if Zemmol has the adaptation here. We're going to go to Yoshi's for game number 2.
Yeah, changing it up. Not in the characters this time. Still staying true and tried to the Cloud. But
yeah, just wants to have that wall for recovery. Yep. And again, we saw this in Azrael versus Oryon, where they played on Kalos. Again, a walled stage. They both...
What? The living wolf maniac is Oryon doing right here?
Oh,
the double footstool?
Okay. And so he said this, right? He was like, okay, Zemmol, I know what you want. You want to use the wall to wall jump? You know what happens when you use the wall to wall jump? You're not throwing out any hitboxes. You know what happens when you don't throw out any hitboxes?
Pew,
Like,
pew.
yeah, I'm just going to jump on your face.
Yeah.
Double
Like-
footstool. Yep. A very, very cheeky gimp right there.
Nothing
Knew
personal, but-
exactly how Zemmol wanted to recover there.
Eventually,
Just jumped on him, man. Just
jumping on the
Sent him to the
competition,
depths.
even
Ooh,
in
nice
this
ball.
stage of the bracket.
Yeah, just
Maintain-
just the gutsiness to say
Yeah,
you're not gonna do shit. You're not gonna do shit. I'm just gonna jump on your head, man. And that he did. Zemmol fights a KO, but this game is already looking really
Down
rough.
smash. Okay, yeah, the ledge saving his life there, but perhaps an opportunity slowly arising there for
Oh
Zemmol.
my
As I
God,
eat my
that-
own words again, because Oryon is still
No, I mean-
looking clean with his approaches.
You were right. There was some, like, if there was a moment for Zemmol to make something happen, it was there.
Okay.
With the limits, with the early pressure, but Oryon just said, you know what? Jump it back here?
No.
No, exactly. Put a stop to it before it can even happen, man. And this is looking really rough. Does find a limit option, but Oryon and another tech chase has the read but misses the timing.
Wow,
and there's a back air on the
wow,
slide
wow.
off. This is not looking like a set so far. Oryon is playing like a different beast.
This, yeah.
It's not looking pretty. It's
This-
not
th-
looking
th-
pretty
this is
for the
tough.
Netherlands.
Yeah, it's a tough situation here for Zemmol because, like you said, he has the experience against different Wolf playstyles, but is he ready for the Wolf of Oryon? Was he ready for all these different approaches, especially for, like you said, the balance between the offense and the defense, that he really is very keen on making sure that eventually throughout the set he needs to keep his gas on.
That's exactly it.
But take a look at Zemmol now in the player camp, deep in thought about what his next steps are going to be, because he can already try the Bowser for this moment. But
Yep.
do you want to give Oryon the opportunity to get the learnings off and to take it over to the True Grand Finals? Perhaps it's maybe something that is going through the mind of Zemmol right now.
He has room to work with. At the same time, if you get 3-0'd in the first set, the second set it just gets that much harder.
True.
It really just
Good
gets
point,
that
good
much
point.
harder. Let's see. It seems like they're discussing something. And the striking is going on. I think it's striking time. There it is. Oryon gets rid of Yoshi's, actually. That, to me, implies that we're looking at a different character. I don't think you ban that stage against Cloud after you just destroyed the Cloud on your...
no.
Like, that was not a close game.
That looks
This
like
is a character switch.
a different scenario indeed. Of course, time will tell if our prediction is right, but I have also have the strange feeling that we're going to be seeing the difference. And Money says
Bowser.
you're right on the money.
Right on the freaking money. Let's see. Wow, Bowser versus Wolf is a very annoying matchup for Wolf. Partially because, again, like the kill options that we talked about. But also just because, again, like Wolf doesn't have the shield safety to deal with that up shield. That said, you don't want to be spamming shield with Bowser against Wolf because, like, Wolf grab, it's a good grab, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a range grab or a whiff punish grab? It's a good grab, sir, and it's both. It's one of the best whiff punish grabs in terms of just like frame data. His dash grab is one of the fastest in the game. He has a good initial dash, and then the confirms are great. And this is what we're seeing right now, right? Once you get hit with Bowser, the combos do rack up quickly. That said, all of this percentage, it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't want to say it doesn't really matter because at this point, eventually, once Zemmol gets a big
Okay,
opening,
it matters if you get back air, but he's living at 130. This is the difference between playing Bowser and up. You get up tilted at 160 and you're alive. You had to air dodge into the center of the stage to get up smashed on a hard read just to die. The lenience here is crazy. That said, if Oryon's on point like this, it's looking like Bowser's defense is not keeping up.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning we could have said something of the likes that it wasn't really that damaging for the game state whenever he got these couple of hits in. But the way that Oryon has been continuing on the pressure, it looks like a different ball game right here because eventually when you're 2 stocks down and only 60% on the side of Oryon, it's looked like such a difficult situation to get back from.
Wait, was I wrong about the Bowser? This is looking like Oryon right now is honestly just putting on a masterclass. First game, not even close. Second game, not even close. This game, he hasn't lost his stock yet. No jump for Zemmol. He's getting comboed. He's getting taken left, right, off stage. There's no respite for the Wolf player right now.
Absolutely no. It is the action left, right, and center.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, we're going to be not seeing the kill that time.
And the meaty holding down on the up B to hit Zemmol through the ledge and the tech chase. Yeah, Bowser tech rolls are garbaggio, and then there it's a 3 stock. And if you're a Zemmol right now, you are sweating. The first set hardly even existed.
No, it went by a flash, let's say it like
that.
It's
encrypted. It's encrypted. We've just spotted a big Yeti. It's encrypted. Where were you when set 1 of Center Stage Grand Finals happened? I don't even remember. It happened so fast.
I mean, it went by, and we're now looking at this final moment for true Grand Finals, where, like we said, I mean, if we saw that the Bowser was going to be, lifting up a challenge, we might, say something else about the current character pick. But just for now, Ramses, I'm a little bit in a gamble about which character is going to be, because the Cloud was looking more fierce.
Well, it seemed equally bad.
No, that's.
I'm not gonna lie. I think both of the characters kind of just got tossed around for like 5 minutes straight. And that's not like, I don't want to. I want to, as a commentator, you want to be like, there's still a chance. Like, there, and
you want to be as objective as possible.
Exactly.
Right?
And so, like, objectively, it is looking really rough for Zemmol. At the same time, as someone who, I've seen Zemmol make adaptations from like way worse positions than this. It seems like we're starting off with the Cloud on PS2, if I remember correctly. Let's see if Zemmol can make some adjustments happen. Yeah. I think this is an angle where you just need to feint with your shield way more and just like catch the bad aggressive commits from Oryon and just let him get the grabs if he's really going for them. Not in those situations.
No.
Right? Like if you're jumping in and letting him, shield grab, that's not what you want. But what you do want is you want to catch Oryon on his sloppier aggressive options. And they're there. With the speed that Oryon is playing at, you gotta, sometimes you're pulling off something sloppy. Yep, like that nair, definitely unbeatable. Right? And it's really about tuning into those moments and being ready. Like that's very punchable. You see what I mean? Like tuning into those moments and slowing down in those situations, that is where you're gonna make your money if you're Zemmol. Tries to go for the side B, gets interrupted by the nair. Oryon and Zemmol right now, it's looking very back and forth, right?
A back and forth indeed, where you had a great analyzation about the current state of the match. But easier said than done, of course, because with the way that Oryon has been adapting to the plays. Well,
that was not good DI.
Yeah, that was not the adaptation that we were thinking of.
Okay,
but, a quick answer to, forget about everything that happened.
Exactly. Bury the hatchet, kick to the face, and we're even. And even they are. Look at that combo. Back air, into the dash tech, into the grab, into another. Like,
73.
It's racking. Oh, my goodness. He had the right idea, but did not know where the air dash was going to end up. And the damage, it keeps racking, man. 94, 110. When you're Zemmol here, this is another, like, what do I do kind of situation, right?
Absolutely. This is a tough one to bury,
okay.
But
okay,
Zemmol,
what do you do? This is a big answer here.
Absolutely. Not going to be giving it away.
Yep, another back air.
But that time around, still
being
being
that's the
low.
thing. If you wanna mess with Wolf back airs, you kind of want to throw a lasting hitbox out. Cloud is not great at doing that.
No.
He mostly wants to do the same thing, short hop back air. And so in that sense, you actually get caught by these back airs a lot more easily than most characters do. And that's what we're seeing right now.
And perhaps a tough situation, but waits out the uppie there to get his punish of his own. And even though there is a limit, is it enough, Ramses, for this first game?
It's gone. It's gone, Rabbit. It's gone, and so are many of the hopes and dreams of Zemmol fans around the world. I know that one guy in France right now is not having a good day. I don't know what his tag is, but he's the biggest Zemmol fan. I think it's so cute. But, I mean, for him, this is a win-win. Either France is winning or Zemmel's winning. You know what I mean? And there's the forward tilt. That's an easy timing. It's another 2-stock for Oryon. And, I mean, I don't want to call it before it's over.
No.
But the Cloud is not it.
No. The Bowser
does not seem to be it either.
Yeah. Was not firing in all cylinders.
What is left for Zemmol here?
Well, perhaps some hope and a dream to make.
This is so like indirectly like so. What is left? Hopes and dreams. I mean, like okay.
I mean, yeah, basically it comes down to that, right?
You should write some like dystopian science fiction. Day 5072. I'm being kept alive artificially by Oryon AI. All that I have left is my hope.
My hope. It's still there.
We're gonna get into game 2 of the true finals here, and we're going to Yoshi's again. Still Cloud, and Zemmol has faith in his ability to adapt on this character. Let's see how that looks. Looking to start off strong, and again, a lot more defensive here. Right, the jump and fair, sure, but we saw the side B, very defensive anti-air, and another.
Are we going to be seeing?
Okay, yep. No 2-frame this time.
Another action, but this time not.
I mean, to be fair, in a lot of worlds, you die there when you're Zemmol. Just because, like, your timings to be there are extremely limited. Oryon just kind of missed it.
Barely.
The slant helped a little bit as well, probably, right? A lot harder to get the down and go forward till then. But Zemmol gets away with it.
Yeah,
so
let's
far,
see how the story will write, because a limit on deck and perhaps a percentage to get a good scenario for him, but still taking it and eventually putting it down to not get any of those big hits in.
Ooh, yep, side B from ledge, yep, dodges that down smash. And Oryon losing the stock first, for the first time in a minute.
Yeah.
For the first time in a minute. These are signs of life.
Exactly. This is the kind of story that you want to start it off with for Zemmol.
Oryon, yep, getting the parry and the reverse down tilt. Side B, making some good damage, but the back air, yep.
Being too fast on the buttons. Yep, try to have it for the dash attack.
Yeah, I agree. But we are seeing a way better game from Zemmol in this game number 2 already. Look at what's happening here. 73 on Oryon. Zemmol untouched in the second stock. Oryon looking for grabs, getting back air. Wow. Oryon trying to get back to neutral, getting upbeat. I'm talking about these slightly more ugly, less precise nairs. They're getting punished. Side B anti-airs, anti-approaches. They're getting punished. Grabs, they're getting avoided. Zemmol is looking solid. Maybe a little bit hyphy on the up B. But you know, the fact that he's willing to throw it out is also showing a degree of confidence.
Absolutely. Well said indeed. And Oryon, of course, doesn't want to give this faith, this confidence to Zemmol. So firing back literally and figuratively to make something happen. And, well, there is 81% on the board, so perhaps already in range for a big back air kill if it hits the spot. But Zemmol in a fantastic situation to still continue on the damage. A little bit of a situation.
This is Zemmol we know. And look at that, the limit pressure. Again, they're playing a game of chicken, right? Are you going to use limit? Am I going to respect it? A nice up tilt. We've been talking about the up tilts. Oryon's up tilts have been putting in mad work. Let's take a look if Oryon can win this game now. So far, it's looking very Zemmol favored, but oh, what was Oryon doing there? Did not go for the guarantee confirm. Instead, eats a reversal, and Zemmol is racking the damage. 93. The chase. The down air. The chase again. Does not find it, but Zemmol coming alive here. Oryon getting some nice combos here, but there is that blue glow. That darn blue glow. Zemmol uses it to get out of the situation, but the pressure is on Oryon.
Yes, this is looking fantastic.
And the back air. Is that it? Not quite.
And although we saw the first killing sparks,
and the audience, insane focus right here.
And because it can also reverse like that, and Zemmol looks absolutely stunned.
Just a wave of tension release through the audience right there. Yep. Everyone was looking at Zemmol just thinking, hey, is that going to do it? but the
Is
punish
this the
was not
beginning?
there.
Yeah.
And he not only does he drop the punish, but he also dies for trying.
Yes.
Dies for trying, Rabbit.
It's
Worst case scenario.
That's not fun. No, that's not. That's
well
I
said.
mean, yeah.
Zemmol is not having fun.
No.
Do you see a hint of a smile on that beautiful face?
There is no happiness at all.
No. The dystopian writing continues. Day 5,774.
We had hope.
There is no trace of fun on my face. My hope is there, but fun is not. A jab into forward tilt. Oryon already putting on a lot of pressure here. Zemmol saves the jump wisely, gets hit for his troubles, but does not die. And tries to get his own damage on the board here. Gets a lot of it, too.
Absolutely true. But hey, I mean,
nice. Yep.
on the plus side, if Zemmol makes the comeback happen,
It would be legendary.
it would be a great story to end off this year for the
Oh.
Dutchies. But of course, we're going to be taking an
Aye,
approach for
aye.
every single game.
Okay. Got hit by the Nair into a forward tilt, into a laser, just tags on all these extra little hits. And it might not be very significant in the moment, but you
Yep.
add those up, and that's a lot of damage. Forward tilt again, right? And that extra 10% now is going to create a very different situation. And the tech is missed. And Zemmol at death's door does not clutch up the tech. And that is very, very lethal.
Absolutely, and every stock is now counting, of course, for this crucial third game. He really wants to get the kill, and there we go. Ask and you shall receive. This is the first step of the race, but is it enough? Is it going to be?
Okay, has to spend the limit
Yep.
for it though, and that was a good down smash. Oryon said, "Hey, if you air dodge, it's okay. You spend the limit. If you don't, if you air dodge in to try to save it, I'm here."
Yeah,
And it's really
I'm
that
ready.
catch-22 and the back air. He's only taken 10, man. He's only taken 10.
Yeah.
And it keeps happening on Yoshi's. These back airs are so much easier to hit here because of the height between the platforms. If you want to move around the platforms, you're naturally moving into wolf back air range.
Oryon
Very-
is smelling blood inside of the air because this approach.
No, that's it. That's it.
That's it, right?
You're dead. You're just dead. And what started as an amazing run for Zemmol just got stopped short. Destroyed. Decimated. I mean, I don't want to be an asshole, but what a sweep.
Yep, we're staying objective, guys, and that's just how the facts are putting out. It's a great performance there from Oryon, taking home
Oryon, what a beast.
the
Gold
trophy
medal, yeah.
of center
trophy.
stage. So
and let's
big
take a look.
congrats.
Let's take a look.
Yep.
A great start in terms of percent here. And like we said, right, Zemmol did not find the KO, and Oryon immediately said, okay, then I'll do it. If you're not going to do it, I will. Here, Zemmol finds some cheeky hits. Single fair, bat the eye, you die.
Yep.
Game
Definitely
2, this was a tragic game.
had him in the books.
This,
Yeah, it was
this,
so
yeah,
close.
You let him do it, man. You let him do it. And then here, I think this is where you find the back air.
Right.
There it is.
Yep.
Yep, like I said, the height of the platforms just perfectly work out for that. Try the Bowser. I think there was potential here. I'm not gonna lie. But I understand not wanting to stick to it after what happened here. Get into set number 2, and just look at the percents, right? Zemmol, it's still looking possible, but these situations are just so hard to navigate.
Yeah, I mean, and there was a good fighting chance there from Zemmol, but at the end,
Yep, just back air.
Oryon.
Those just kept hitting, man. Those just kept hitting.
eventually still pulling it off. And
just jump into it, man. And I mean, I don't hate it. You got to make something happen. But that was not it. Oryon was very ready. And, I mean, kudos to Oryon, man. What a tiresome, gruesome climb to grand finals. Had to make it all the way for losers. Did not qualify for winners top 8. But he did it anyway. Win after win after win. And at the end there, he was still in form. He was still focused. He was still ready for all these cheeky little situations. Made great decisions. Went for great coverage options. And honestly, just put on a masterclass right there. Let's take a look at this bracket.
Yeah.
Look at it. Envi, boom. Pew, defeated. Space, defeated. Solo, I mean, honestly, did extremely well against Solo with the Sephiroth of all characters.
Also true.
And then there's we don't even have a graphic for a second grand finals because the first set hardly even happened. It was over in a blink of an eye.
It was crazy. It was nuts. So he will be taking home the trophy. Congratulations to the Frenchman who we see him here behind us. Big congrats and of course big shout outs to
Allez,
all
Oryon.
of the organizers of this event. Also big shout outs to the production behind the scenes, and of course thank you so much everybody at home, and of course all of our attendees who will be here to of course create this amazing event. Thank you all so much, and of course thank you Ramses for joining me on the mic. It's been a pleasure to have you around.
Yeah,
Rabbit, again.
Thank you so much for lending your voice. Guys, as Rabbit said, appreciation to the TOs for today. Be sure to give the stream a follow if you want to check out more Dutch Smash and more possible bigger events in the future. Appreciate you guys all so much for tuning in. Hope you guys have a blessed rest of your weekend. My name is Ramses and joining me was Rabbit. We're going to be signing out, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.